everyone, and welcome to another Fun Friday broadcast. We have a great project for you to do today, Fall Napkin Luminaries. They add a special glow to any room. This will be the last broadcast for the year. There might be a special one added in December, but look back in February for a new season of broadcasts. Let's get started. For this project, you will need a glass jar, Mod Podge, a paintbrush, decorative napkins for the season, scissors, ribbon, and a flameless tea light candle. First, cover a work surface because it will get a little sticky using the Mod Podge. Next, you'll take your napkins that you've chosen and you'll want to separate them into a one ply. Sometimes it seems like they're only one ply, but take a look and you'll want to separate it into one layer. This helps the light from the candle show through the glass better. If you choose not to do this, it's okay. You can still see light through it, just not as well. There, now that I have my napkins separated into one ply, don't worry if you've ripped a little bit, it's okay because we're going to be cutting the napkin up to put on our glass jar anyway, so don't worry about that. Next, you're going to find the images within your napkin that you would like to cut out. So, for instance, on this one, I'm going to cut out around the maple leaf. I might cut a strip of leaves or some individual leaves, so that when I put it on the jar, I can move them around a little bit and then cutting around the pumpkin. Also, you want to save the extra napkins as filler. Now that we have all of the images cut out that we want to use, it's time to start adhering them to our jar. Take your glass jar and start by applying some Mod Podge. You don't have to do the whole section, just do part. But you want to have Mod Podge underneath the napkin pieces. So I'm going to choose this image. Now remember, when you put on the top coat of Mod Podge, it will soak through, but you have to be very gentle so you don't rip it too much. So starting from the center, work your way out. The napkin pieces will wrinkle a little bit, but that's okay. Just keep pressing them down with the Mod Podge you apply. If you need to put some underneath, missed putting some down, that's okay. It's like a collage. So it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfectly flat. It's just a collage getting on there, and you won't even mind the wrinkles when it's finished. So just make sure you're pushing it down barely when you're applying. And working from the inside out helps take air bubbles and push them out. And there's the first one. Now, when you're moving through, you don't want to just sit this down because it will stick. So I like to kind of hold it in my hand as I work. And moving on to the next section. Start with my base layer. And then I think I will apply a maple leaf. Starting from the center and working out. Now my jar has lettering on it from the Ball Company, and that's okay. You can just work with that. It doesn't have to be a clear jar with no writing. So I'm slowly going to work around the jar, adding images. One thing to remember is when you have a space that's small like this, you can tear up a piece of your extra napkin and fill in, or you can take one of your smaller ones if it fits and just add that in. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just kind of want to cover the glass like that. I usually take it all the way up to the rim, but I leave this part for my ribbon if I choose to put one on. So you can kind of push it to fit. Okay, so I'm going to continue and work around my jar. When you're finished covering your jar, you'll want to let it dry. After your jar is dry, it's time to put on some ribbon if you'd like. I had this nice sparkly orange ribbon left over from my pumpkins that I think I will use. So what you can do is go around the top of your jar to kind of see how much you'll need before you cut it. It's always nice to cut a little extra so you can trim it back. So just tie on your ribbon. You make a bow, or you can just leave it with a couple tails. The nice thing about this ribbon is it's got wire in it, so you can create movement to finish it off. There you go. Now inside, you can put a tea light. Put that inside your jar. And you have a beautiful glow. Thanks for joining me for today. And I wish everybody a happy holiday season. And I have one quote to leave you thinking. It's not happy people that are thankful. It's thankful people that are happy. See you next time.